Really interesting, though, about wanting to start off as a journalist. Take me through it a little bit more. Like, what inspired you to get into that? And the reason I bring that up is that you are definitely not my first guest that either thought about going into journalism and then pivot into something closer, or they started in journalism and then after graduation they said, you know what, I don't think I can make a living doing this, or it's not what I thought it would be. Like, what inspired you to be a journalist? Because we're talking about your early life and it's sports and pop culture. So it seems like just screenwriting would have been kind of the natural progression for that, not journalism.
Very, very fair point. I think that journalism to me as I was growing up was a better application of something as a career, whereas I never really thought growing up that you could really work doing something that you loved so much. I know that sounds a little foolish, but there was a there was sort of a division for me. Like, I don't want to blur the lines between what I love and what I do for a living, because what if I stop loving what I do for a living?
Oh, that's a good way of putting it. Because a lot of athletes, that's why they retire. They're just, I mean, maybe their body is checked out, but at the same time, they kind of stop having fun. They start dreading getting up and training or going to practice or going to games, and they find themselves looking at their watch or looking at the calendar and at the ball or the puck.
Absolutely, and that was my number one greatest fear. And so, I started off in journalism, feeling like there was a purpose to it, that there was a very beautiful uh, goal for being a journalism, that seeking the truth was something that created this great value for society. And the more I got into the nitty gritty of what the industry is like and what the expectations are and what the realities are, I think that, the shine wore off a little bit. And at the same time, I was very fortunate enough to have a relative that was in the industry who was basically introducing me to the production side of marketing. And it seemed like there was this place where I could be passionate about what I did every day without risking the sort of escapism that I would still want to always have.